in, though, and they were kind of different. So I was looking at the stage, and Ace is like sitting there in the corner, and I was back in the back fixing my stuff. And Ace is there with this Les Paul guitar, and he's kind of like digging at it with a wood chisel, you know. And I had been accustomed to pretty seriously demented musicians, and that was kind of beyond the pale. And I went up and asked him what he was doing, and he said that he wanted to put a smoke bomb in front of this guitar and make it blow fire. And at first, I thought that he's just drunk. But, and he was, you know, he was always drunk. But I listened to him for a while, and I realized that in his insanity, he had a genuine desire to make guitars do things. And I thought that sounded kind of cool. And I said, hey, you know, I can do that, no problem. I said, you know, we'll hollow the back of the guitar out, we'll take the pickup out, and we'll hollow the area out behind it. And you know, he looked drunk, but he said, really? How would you do that? How do you keep the guitar from burning up? It didn't occur to me to say, well, how do you think you're going to keep from burning up with a wood chisel? I said, well, we'll insulate it with asbestos, it won't burn up. And he listens to me a few more minutes, and he turns to his roadie and he says, Tex, have Gibson ship this guy some Les Pauls right away. And they ship me these guitars, and I drive back to Amherst where I lived. Of course, I didn't have any idea how we were going to do this, but I did have the general concept that I told him. And I had this friend back in Amherst named Jim Boughton. Now, I may seem to you like sort of an unusual Aspergian. Boughton, though, Boughton, he's a real mad dog. I brought these guitars over to Boughton's house, and I said, you know, Ace Frehley from Kiss, he wants us to make this guitar blow fire. And Boughton said, that's my kind of musician.